Hey everyone! Welcome back to our channel. Today, we have an intriguing story about China's space program and some of the challenges they've been facing lately. There's an old saying, when you try to dance like someone else, you might break your legs. This seems to fit China's situation as they try to keep up with SpaceX. Recently, a Chinese rocket crashed into a village, causing quite a stir and raising serious safety concerns. It looks like their strategy of mimicking SpaceX's every move has finally hit a roadblock. What exactly happened with this rocket, and why does China keep encountering these problems? We'll dive into that in today's video. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more updates on the space industry. China's space journey is much newer and less developed compared to that of the United States. The term space race originally described the fierce competition between the US and the Soviet Union during the Cold War. This race started in the mid-20th century, fueled by geopolitical tensions, and continued through the 1970s and 1980s with many missions and milestones. However, the race cooled off after the Soviet Union dissolved in 1991. Back then, China didn't have a notable space program and wasn't seen as a major player in space exploration. China's space program gained real momentum in the 21st century. By the 2010s, China started to compete more seriously with the United States. Fast forward to today, and China is a major competitor in the space industry. But SpaceX is still leading the way with its reusable rockets. SpaceX has completed 356 launches, with 319 successful landings and 290 reflights. This is an incredible achievement for a private company. SpaceX's reusable Falcon 9 rocket has revolutionized the industry, making the US a leader in the global space race. In the first quarter of this year alone, SpaceX launched 525 spacecraft into orbit, while China managed close to 30,000 kilograms. China is eager to compete with SpaceX and has been rushing to keep up. Unfortunately, this rush has led to some serious mishaps. Recently, a Long March rocket launched 2 navigation satellites, but its boosters crashed into a village, causing significant damage. These boosters use toxic hypergolic propellants, leaking dangerous chemicals like hydrazine and nitrogen tetroxide, which pose serious health risks. A video showed the first stage booster of the Long March rocket tumbling uncontrollably over a village in southwest China. Residents were seen covering their ears and running for shelter from the falling debris. Luckily, there were no reports of injuries or significant property damage. Unverified videos and images showed a huge cloud erupting at the crash site, with the booster lying near a roadway, leaking fuel identified as nitrogen tetroxide, a highly toxic chemical. This isn't the first time China has faced such issues. In December 2023, a Long March 3B rocket booster landed near a home in Hunan province. Back in 2002, a boy in Shanxi province was injured by falling debris from a satellite launch. Meanwhile, SpaceX continues to break records with its launches. In 2023, SpaceX achieved 98 launches, including 91 Falcon 9 launches and 5 Falcon Heavy launches. The biggest reason for SpaceX's fast launch cadence is the reusability of their rockets, especially the Falcon 9 first-stage boosters. This approach has significantly reduced the cost and time required for each launch. SpaceX's journey with reusable rockets began with the Falcon 9, designed to be partially reusable from the start. The first successful landing of a Falcon 9 booster was on December 21, 2015. Since then, SpaceX has perfected its reusability technology. The latest version, Falcon 9 Block 5, is designed for rapid reuse with minimal refurbishment. Each booster can be flown up to 10 times with minor maintenance and up to 100 times with more significant refurbishment. The record for the most flights by a single booster is held by B-1051, which has flown 15 times. SpaceX has also set new records for turnaround times. Recently, a Falcon 9 mission achieved the fastest drone ship turnaround with the booster recovery ship, a shortfall of Gravitas, turning around in just over 3 days. The cost savings from reusability are substantial. SpaceX President Gwynne Shotwell has stated that reusing the first stage can reduce launch costs by up to 30%. Given that a Falcon 9 launch costs about $62 million, this translates to savings of approximately $18.6 million per launch. With over 300 successful booster recoveries, these savings add up. For example, if SpaceX saves $18.6 million per launch on 300 launches, the total savings would be around $5.5 billion. The ability to quickly refurbish and reuse boosters allows SpaceX to shorten the turnaround time between launches, sometimes launching rockets just days apart. The Falcon 9 itself has evolved through multiple versions, each better than the last. The current version, Falcon 9 Block 5, can carry up to 22,800 kilograms to low Earth orbit and up to 8,300 kilograms to geostationary transfer orbit, making it one of the most reliable rockets in operation today. In just the first half of 2024, SpaceX completed 57 Falcon 9 missions. But it's not just the Falcon 9 achieving new milestones. SpaceX is also making significant progress with their Starship rocket. The Starship program saw major developments in 2023 with several key orbital launch tests. The first orbital test flight of Starship took place in April 2023, although it ended prematurely due to an issue with the vehicle's main engines. Despite this, the data collected provided invaluable insights for future tests. The fifth test flight of SpaceX's Starship is scheduled for July 31, 2024. This mission, known as Integrated Flight Test 5, will involve Ship 30 and Booster 12, aiming to further test and refine the capabilities demonstrated in previous missions. This includes an ambitious attempt to catch the Super Heavy booster using the launch tower, a method known as the Mechazilla arms. SpaceX's Starlink project has also continued to expand rapidly. By mid-2024, over 6,000 Starlink satellites were active in low Earth orbit, with more being added regularly. In June alone, multiple Starlink missions were launched, adding dozens of new satellites to the constellation. This continuous deployment supports SpaceX's vision of providing global high-speed internet coverage, especially in remote areas. And that's all for today's update. If you enjoyed watching and found it useful, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.